Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 5. The chapter which we are related with is cash flow statement. There would be a little bit understanding. Look, original number of this question is 9, but not to disturb our sequence, I had named it 5. That should not be any problem. So actually it's question number 9, but we have named it question number 5. Now, the second thing which we will be looking forward is to see the shape of question. Here, current assets, fixed assets, opening and closing are given. Current liabilities and fixed liabilities opening and closing given. And there are few adjustments present in our question. But the most interesting thing is this is our performer and the starting element, starting feature is profit. And you can see that reserve or surplus net profit is not provided in this question. You can see that this is the most challenging situation, as I have described, that profit is not given in your question. And if profit is not present, you will not be add or less assets or liabilities. So our first challenge would be to calculate this missing profit. Calculation of missing profit. But for that you will have to understand few old concepts. Liabilities, what we do write in liabilities. In balance sheet, first of all we write capital, then we add net profit, then we subtract drawings, and then after drawings, if there is any additional capital, we will add new capital, after which finally we will get our closing capital. So this is the way we write in balance sheet. Now problem is we do not have our net profit in the question, but remaining everything is present. First of all, we have been given opening capital. Look at here. This is your opening and closing line. Opening capital 150,000 is provided. You may write over here 150,000. Net profit is not given. Then look at here. During a year, Mr. Cream brought an additional capital of 10,000. So this is our new capital. Then his drawings during the year 31,000. So drawings 31,000. And finally, look at here, capital opening and capital closing 154 is given. So you may write 154,000. Now here is our question mark, how to calculate that net profit. For that, let's consider yourself a small kid, where what we do, if a sign is written over here plus, sign of plus is given and it has been written 10, after which we are provided the final answer as well, and that answer is 15. So let me know what we will put over here. This is our question, usually we did in primary classes. So instead of thinking, what do? You reverse your calculation from answer to question. Just change the sign. If it is plus, do it minus. So 15 minus 10, we would have 5, and that's how we have solved. 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. In the similar way, you have the answer, but your question is missing. So what you will do, you will reverse all of your calculations. We have our capital, drawings, and new capital. Capital, drawings, and new capital. 3 factors are present. Answer is present. To calculate this question mark, what we will do, we will reverse our calculation like this, and simply we will change the signs. So 154,000 is the answer, then original sign is add. So we will reverse sign as minus 10,000. Original sign of drawing is less. We will use plus, and after which we have capital which has plus sign. We will put minus sign, and in this way we have got our answer, and that is profit 25,000. Please understand it clearly. We have got our profit. This was missing. This was our challenge, calculation of missing profit, and we have calculated our missing figure of net profit by reversing the calculations. So now we are ready to put it in our pro forma. 25,000 was our profit. Remaining everything is same. We have two opening asset, first debtors 40 and 45, 40,000 and 45. These are debtors, and then we have cash. I have told you that it is already cash, not going or coming. Then we have stock 30 and 25. So we have 30 and 25,000. This is stock. Okay guys, now next, these are fixed asset, and these fixed asset would be used separately. As you know that we only use current assets. This was written right from the first question. We will use only current asset to calculate cash from operations. So there were only two current assets, debtors and stock. And now we will go to current liabilities. Those 35 and 40 are current liabilities, and 40, these are current liabilities. So you may write it as it is. Okay, now you can see that all liabilities have been written, because this loan, bank loan, capital, these are not current liabilities. Current liabilities are clearly mentioned by its heading. Remaining everything we will consider as fixed liabilities. Okay guys, now our procedure will start. We will take sum of all sides present over here. So sum of all opening assets, then closing assets, then opening liabilities, closing liabilities. Here we will calculate the balance. Finally we will be calculating our balance. And how would you calculate this balance? First you will take the profit 25,000, and then you will add your opening assets 70,000, then you will subtract your closing assets 70,000, then you will subtract your opening liabilities, and then you will add your closing liabilities. So guys, in this way we have got our balance, and this balance would be considered as cash from operations, current liabilities, cash from operations we have in this way calculated, and the amount which we have seen is right now 30,000. Okay, we are making it, but please understand we have another adjustment, provision of depreciation. I have told you that this provision, you may consider it as liability, or it can be subtracted as from assets. Both are good. So two things I am going to discuss with you is, you may write signs of minus over here, or instead you may write this provision in liability side, opening 30, closing 40. So here we have depreciation provision. Since it is provision, that is why we are writing it on liability side. Opening depreciation is 30,000 and closing depreciation is 40,000. So just write down over here 40,000. Alright guys, we have taken the sum and now the final cash from operation is 40,000 by calculation of adjustment present. Please note it down. Initially we were be calculating only those assets which were present in the question. So first time we have seen an adjustment present. So that adjustment was added. In this way we have got our answer, that is 40,000. So let's check it out. You can see that cash from operation is 40,000. Now the next thing is, first time you are going to calculate cash resources and cash applications from other resources as well. Please note, we have fixed assets, land, building and machinery. We have never tackled these fixed assets before, and we have fixed liabilities, loan, bank loan and capital, and this we haven't calculated in previous questions. So this is your first time. I'm requesting you to again be very attentive, because this calculation which we are making is for the first time. Okay, now what you will do is simply you will calculate your resources. And how you will calculate? Here you will see your resources and here you will calculate your application. Little more space I am going to make, and for that what you will do, you have your assets, you have your liabilities. If your answer is in positive sign, that answer would be sources. I will let you know. First example I am going to give you. Let's come over here. So we have our land 30 and 40,000. So come over here. We are going to calculate our resources and application. First item which we have is land, and as you can see that opening we may write over here, sign would be add, and then less closing. Okay, we have small space, so only closing we are going to write over here, and add would be written over here. So now understand that we have land 30 and 40. Here you will write 30,000 and 40,000. Since it is an asset, as you know that opening assets are added and closing assets are subtracted. Opening assets are added and closing assets are subtracted. Please understand it. So what will happen? Minus sign is more than positive sign. So it means cash is minus sign. And here we can see that, as you know that this would be added and minus closing. Please understand. So we have a minus sign, that would be considered application. It means cash out or outflow should be written. Cash is going out. Resources mean cash is coming in. Now again understand, this was your starting asset and closing asset. Asset is increasing. How asset could be increased? When you will pay, when you will purchase your asset and pay cash, that is why cash is going out. So land is completed. Now in the similar way we have next asset, building 50 and 55. 50 opening and 55 is your closing, and this is asset name is building. Here you will write building. Okay, again what we will do, opening assets are added minus closing assets. So again we have got the minus sign. Now in the similar way we have third asset machinery. Let's write down the name first. For asset what we do? We add opening and subtract closing. I'm sure that you people have understood. Same procedure we are doing what we have done over here. Opening assets are added, closing assets are subtracted. Similar way, opening assets are added, closing assets are subtracted. The only difference is we are either making resources or application. As you can see, minus sign is more, it would be application. If you get plus sign, it would be resources, that means cash is coming in. Now please make a correction. This machinery is actually not 70,000, it is 60,000. So I'm letting you know, and we are going to correct it. This is actually 60,000. So here I am correcting the amount. So please note it down carefully. This is actually 60,000 machinery, 60 and 80. So let's come over here again, machine 60,000 and 80,000. As you know that for asset, starting assets have sign plus, closing assets minus. Same we will be doing over here, plus and minus. Once again we have got minus sign, it means cash is going out. Now we are proceeding for liabilities, and here just opposite to this, as you know that this would be, here we have write opening and less closing for assets, and we will be doing over here just opposite, less opening and add close for liabilities. Let's check it out now. There were only three assets: land, building and machinery. Now we are going to apply same procedure upon liabilities. Loan from Mrs. Suhail, opening 0, 25,000. So opening is 0 and 25,000. This is loan from Mrs. Okay, here please note it down. Closing liabilities are added. So what we will do, we will put sign plus and minus opening. Since we have got plus sign, it means it is resource, cash is coming in. The only thing which you are learning is, if by calculation of these opening and closing you get minus sign, it would be application. If you will get plus sign, it would be resources. And I have told you so many times, look at here, opening asset was 30,000, closing asset was 40,000, mean assets are increasing. If assets are increased, how assets were increased? You have bought. When you have bought your asset, it means cash had gone out. You have paid your cash. That is why you have got minus signature. But overall, I have told you that do not forget your signs in the similar way what you have done over here. Same procedure you will be doing over here, but separately. Each asset and each liability would be calculated separately. Okay, loan of Mrs. has been tackled down. Now bank loan is 40 and 30. Here 40 and 30. This was your bank loan. Now again we will be putting our signs. As you know that opening has less sign, closing has plus sign, so you will put minus with the opening, and we have got minus 10,000. So it means we have, since it is minus, it would be written in application. All liabilities are completed. As you can see that capital is something else. Liabilities, long-term liabilities completed. Long-term assets are completed. All resources have been written according to fixed assets. All applications have been written according to fixed assets and fixed liabilities. Now there are two more things which you will consider over here. Look at here. During the year, Cream brought an additional capital. It means cash is coming in. It is resource. So here you will write 10,000, and what it is? Capital. It's new capital. Cash is coming in. So you have written 10,000 in resources. Resources mean cash is coming in. Then we have drawings. Drawings mean cash is drawn by the proprietor. Cash is going out. 31,000. So it would come over here minus 31,000. So we are going to write over here so that we can put what it is. Drawings we have got. Okay guys, all resources and all applications have been written. Now we are going to write the last factor which we have calculated over here. This is what? Cash from resources. This means cash had come. Cash has been increased 40,000. So last resource 40,000 is cash from operations. So this way you have calculated and written all the resources. Now let's check it out. We are going to take sum of all resources and sum of all application. Here sum of all the resources and sum of all applications. Alright guys, so this is your total resources 75,000, and look at here sources 75,000. So we have got all the resources, sum of which is 75,000. Now application, that means cash is going out, minus 76,000. So here application of cash 76,000 you have calculated. Now there is very important matter. This is last stage of this question, and I will let you know how you will check your answer. How you can check your answer. Please come over here. In your exam, these are two items, 5,000 and 4,000. So what you will do, here you have your opening cash. You will write your opening cash. Let me put it over here, and then you will be add all your resources and subtract all your applications. What you will get, that would be your closing cash. So this is your check, or you are proving what you have done is absolutely right. Opening cash is 5,000 and your answer must be 4,000. How? Look at here. Your opening cash was 5,000, closing cash is 4,000. So here we have got 4,000. Now please understand, if you will add all your resources in opening cache and you will subtract your application from opening cache, you will automatically get the same answer, 4000. So this is your check and proof, and now we are going to prove it. Our total resources were 75,000 and total applications were minus 76,000, and here you can calculate opening cache 5,000 and you will add your resources, that means 75,000, and you will subtract 76,000 your application, and you have got the same answer. So I'm sure that you people have understood. Once again I'm telling you, this is check how you can see that your question is okay at your exam. So simply what you will do, you will go to your question opening cache and closing cache 5 and 4. So simply add all the sources in opening cache, subtract all the application in opening cache, you will get closing cache automatically. So 5000 plus 75, 80, 80 minus 76, 4000. You will get your answer automatically checked and proved. So requirement of our question was to calculate cache from operations. And here you can see that cash from operations you have calculated simply by taking profit and assets and liabilities were subtracted. You have got cash from operation. Secondly, first time you have calculated sources. And how you have calculated your resources? You have seen opening fixed assets, closing fixed assets. Signs are same, add or less. If you will get sign minus, that would be application. If you will get sign plus, that would be resources. All signs are absolutely similar. You have pasted your sign over here. Opening assets are added, closing assets are subtracted. Similarly, opening assets are added, closing assets are subtracted. Same you have gone for your liabilities. Here you have written your fixed assets, and here you have written fixed liabilities. Signs are same, but actually the difference is you were calculating one by one. And how you have done? If by adding and subtracting you get minus sign, you will write in application, and when you will get sign of plus, you will write in resources. Finally, you have calculated sum of all resources, sum of all applications 75 and 76, and you can see that sources 75, application 76, and you have proved and checked your answer as well. These resources and applications were adjusted on opening cache, and automatically we have got the same closing cache which was given in your question. So in this way our question has been ended. I am requesting you, very humble request, to please solve this question once again by yourself and practice as many times as you can, after which you are very free to share your problem, discussions, queries through messages, text, or you can directly contact to share your problem. I will surely be answering your queries instantly. So it's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.